here's the list of the cast and what each cast member.
No, I just don't.
Guys, listen.
The thing. Well, I said it was, and now it's gone. I have way too much on this laptop. I need to move about half of it to a
Monkey's telling me I'm about out of space.
I think I am too. Okay.
I'll show you how to get.
All right. 3 chicks,
Spinks.
4 chicks, 3 hunks, and a frog. So somebody's going to be a frog, obviously.
Fowler, didn't you want to be a frog?
All right.
Fowler's a frog.
Okay, here are the characters. We have the guardian, who is a wise older fairy who trains all the new ones. That's the older, matronly looking person. That needs to be a female. We have, they're in the earlier scenes, not so much. I don't think they're throughout the whole play, so you can go on and look. You have someone called Metron, and they could be male or female, but they're the fairy civil servant. So they're like, they could be a male fairy with, not a sissy fairy, but a male fairy with like military. They could be military based.
That sounds like Megatron.
It'll go a lot faster if y'all don't talk about each one as I do them. All right. They are rather a dithering type. What does it mean for something to be dithering? Can't make a decision. Yeah, they're indecisive. So it's someone who, oh, and what kind of civil servant doesn't know the law and make decisions? They're the person who, obviously they can't keep order. So that's a really funny position for someone.
Obviously.
And then you have Mabel, and she's the best of this year's initiates. She's clever and resourceful. So that's kind of cool too. Sonara is the evil fairy. She's dressed in all black, always, through the whole play. And she's the one who messes everything up.
Obviously.
You have Alice, who's ditzy, but has a very kind initiative. You have Lothian, who's the king, who's the father of beauty. And then you have Irene, who is the queen, who's the mother of beauty, and she's a bit of a complainer. So if you like to complain, you can do that. Depending on the number of roles that we have, the number of students that we have available, we can have anywhere from 2 to 11 fairies. So the fairies are the people, the initiates, who bestow the gifts on the king's baby girl. Okay, I think she's a child. I don't think she's a baby, but I haven't gotten all that far into it.
Are the fairies like a big part of it?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
and they get everything wrong. Then you have the three charming brothers. You have Very Charming, who's the second of the charming brothers.
Silencio.
I'm not going to talk over you.
Can you start over real quick?
I'll probably throw you out.
Me? I wasn't even talking.
Help everybody else be
I
quiet.
told him to be quiet. I got it all quiet for you.
Very Charming is the second of the charming brothers. He's intellectual, but he's not practical. Dwight Charming is the oldest prince, and he's gorgeous but very conceited.
What do you mean?
Conceited, stuck up.
I'm so beautiful.
Lucky Charming, get the play on words.
Is he magically delicious?
He's the youngest brother.
He's also black.
We're going to be alone. We're not going to get this play off the ground. Lucky Charming is Mr. Personality, and he doesn't know what he's looking for in a wife, but he's full of personality. And actually, there are 4 you have Barry, Dwight, Lucky, and Joe, so there are 4. Joe Charming is also the frog, and he's the lost charming brother. He's enchanted. So you would have to be willing to dress up like a frog. And we wouldn't dress you up like we would dress you up like in green.
Like what?
You wouldn't be a legit, you'd be a frog, but you wouldn't be
Like what?
legit frog, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that one.
Exactly.
I've heard
Okay.
to hear on that.
Then you have Beauty, who's very smart, but ditzy princess who sleeps for 20 years. So that might not be a lot of speaking parts. Then you have Snow White, who's the beautiful princess who sleeps for a few days. Then you have Grace, who's very serious. She's a shy princess who falls for the frog. Okay? Then you have Lettuce and Rapunzel, person who plays Lettuce and Rapunzel. And that person is a good-hearted girl who's confused about her duty. You have Jacob Grimm, You have Jacob Grimm, who's the jester, who may have been someone else in his youth, and he ages between Act 1 and Act 2. So it has to be somebody who can act silly and then act real mature. And then you have King Ethelred, who's Grace's father, and Queen Beatrice, who's Grace's mother. Then you have a person who plays the role of the mirror. And she is a kinder older lady. Her name is Mirror, but she's a kinder older lady. So her dress will be silver, sparkly probably, to imply the mirror image. But I'm not sure about that, but we'll try. And then Steward or Chantelane is a male or female who is in charge of the banquets, the king's banquet. Okay? Then the fairy tale characters are Goldie, who's the little girl looking for a place to take a nap. Sound familiar? Mm-hmm. Goldilocks. You have Ella, who's Alice's protege. I don't know what I guess Alice in Wonderland. Oh, yeah. That comes from that. And then Rumpelstiltskin, who's a grumpy spindle owner. You have Hansel, who's a kid looking for food. You have Gretel, who's a kid looking for food. You have Red Riding Hood, who's a little lost girl. You have a wolf, which in our case will probably be the lion suit that turned into a wolf, like with something that makes you think it's a wolf, but it's really a lion to make it funnier. Do you see what I'm saying? We'll take our lion costume and we might write wolf on it in a shirt, and they'll know that it's a wolf, even though it's in a lion costume, just to make it funny. And then you have Belle, who's the girl with the caring father from Beauty and the Beast. You have Jack, not so smart guy with a beanstalk. You have the 7 dwarfs, which are also the days of the week. So you see how some of you will have to play 2 roles. And once we start looking at the different parts and where they fall into place, we can define who. It says this can be done with 11 people. So remember at the play we went to last week, the guy played 5 different roles or 4 different roles? 9 different roles. Was it really 9?
Yeah.
Didn't seem like it. But if he's going to do 9 roles, if somebody's going to do 9 roles, I mean, you see how it can be done, but you want to do a really good job of contradicting your first role with your second role. So that's what's going on. And basically, everything that happens is they take fairy tales that you know exactly what goes on and they mess them all up. And that's kind of the gist of the thing. So we know children's fairy tales, and I can take you to the blog and write down I meant to do this before y'all got in here, but the drama class, that the 7th period drama class consists of mostly middle schoolers, not all middle schoolers, but they're going to be our scenery, our tech people, our backstage door guides to let us in and out, and the lights, the sound, all of the tech stuff. They're going to do that for their grade. So we'll have them to depend on to help us at the end, whereas you guys get to all do the acting. So if you're still in, stay seated. If you're out, hit the door. Sit down.
Are you finished?
So,
can I stop recording now?
yeah.
Okay.
So you understand that between now